What's up everyone, it's Caroline here with Griff.
Hello.
And we wanted to do something a little bit different to celebrate all the great game releases this year. So you may have seen some of our videos showcasing our favourite games of 2018, but what about the best ones? Well, there is only one way to do something like that. It's time for the official PCGamesN Game of the Year Awards.
Wait, an award ceremony? Caroline, we have to do this properly. You
Hells?
ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Much better.
Up first is the award for Best Technical Achievement. Now, we've come a long way since the visuals of Tetris and Space Invaders revolutionized our screens. Realism and groundbreaking graphics are the cornerstone of what people expect from AAA titles. We wanted to recognize a game that is pushing the boundaries of visuals, setting a new benchmark with its use of ray tracing to add just that little extra bit of real. Of course, we're talking about Battlefield 5. Sure, there's a hefty performance hit to enabling real-time ray tracing, even on Nvidia's bank-busting RTX 2080 Ti, but the effect is incredible. The technology allows real-time reflections to become a reality, so you'll see flames in a pool of water or the muzzle flash of a rifle reflected in a window during the heat of battle. It's beautiful to behold and feels like the first true leap in graphical tech in years.
Next up is the award for Best Narrative. An incredible story makes up the difference between a game you enjoy and an encapsulating world you become a part of. We've had our fair share of hard-hitting and thought-provoking titles this year, but there's one that stood high above the rest. With its poignant and gritty narrative that well and truly will tug on even the toughest of heartstrings, this award goes to Life is Strange Season 2. While Season 2 of Life is Strange may only be a single episode in, Donor's exploration of sibling love and rivalry is already touching, heartbreaking, and surprising. Tackling modern fears and issues head-on, such as male relationships, racism, and Trump's America, Life is Strange Season 2 is a milestone for video games, as they further establish themselves in the wider mainstream entertainment landscape.
It's time to give some appreciation to those games who managed to keep their player base engaged long after launch. So on to our next category, the ongoing Game of the Year Award. It isn't often a game is released that redefines a genre while simultaneously becoming a cultural phenomenon, but this is one you cannot escape from. Whether it's people flossing in the streets or shops stocking branded clothing, nearly everyone in the world has been captivated by our winner, and that winner is Fortnite. Last year it was little more than a game chasing PUBG's crown. This year Fortnite is a global phenomenon. Developer Epic Games has achieved this partially through creating a constantly evolving, endlessly surprising experience. Every week brings new toys and challenges to Fortnite, while each season carves up the map and decorates it with a new theme. From Thanos and his Infinity Gauntlet to dogfighting planes, Fortnite always has some new fun ready to deliver in the next patch.
DLC, if done correctly, can ensure a game remains interesting for months and even years after its initial release. There are plenty of examples though where this has been done incorrectly, but with the Best DLC award, we want to shine a light on a game that has taken additional content back to what it always should be. That DLC is Forsaken for Destiny 2. There's no room for understatement when it comes to Forsaken. This expansion saved Destiny 2. Revitalizing the game with dozens of things to do, a whole new zone designed for endgame play, and the return of classic Destiny elements like random weapon rolls, Forsaken encouraged both loyal and lapsed Destiny 2 players to return, and provided them with a much richer experience. Plus, Forsaken's PvEvP mode, Gambit, may just be Bungie's best idea since the original Halo.
We love a good surprise here at PCGamesN, don't we, Caroline?
We definitely do.
And that is what the next award is all about. The shortlist for the biggest surprise of the year award took us to so many places. Games that failed when they should have succeeded. Games that took off when they should have fallen flat. Not to mention games we never saw coming, and revolutionary updates to pre-existing releases. The competition was tough, but we settled on a re-release that wholeheartedly surprised by being somehow better than the stellar 2017 original. It's Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. This re-release version of Divinity added so much. 150,000 words of rewritten and re-recorded dialogue, whole storylines reshaped to better clarify and foreshadow events, and a rebuilt final chapter of the game designed to offer a more satisfying conclusion to the epic tale. Oh, and let's not forget the new mission where you help out a squirrel who's also a knight. Together, these additions managed to elevate Divinity Original Sin 2 above its already practically perfect state. An incredible feat from developer Larian.
In this multi-platform era, it can feel a little like consoles dictate the movement and trends of the industry. But while blockbuster games will always have the ingredients of a mass appeal PS4 game, there are plenty of titles that channel the spirit of the PC. There were several this year, but none shouted its home computer lineage more than the winner of our award for the most PC game of the year, and that game is Battletech. The Mech Commander games are a vital and important part of PC gaming history, and Battletech acts as the perfect successor, with its uncompromising approach to challenging turn-based combat and complex management layers. Developer Harebrained Schemes invokes the feeling of 1990s strategy games, whilst building something that feels exceptionally modern. The old mech games taught us there's nothing more satisfying than punching a giant robot, and those same lessons hold true 20 years later.
Oh, it's time for the big award, Caroline.
It's exciting.
Oh man, so with so many fantastic releases to choose from this year, we had to actually lock the PCGamesN team in a room together until they unanimously agreed on a title. Now, it was a long and heated debate, but eventually we found the discussion kept returning to one special title. Now, this game pushes the boundaries of how we address and explore mental health, taking you on a painstakingly difficult yet self-realizing adventure. The PCGamesN team's game of the year is Celeste. Celeste may look like a simple platformer from afar, but on closer inspection you'll find a beautifully intricate blend of gameplay mechanics and narrative. Filled with a variety of punishingly difficult traversal puzzles, Celeste will force you to face failure time and time again. This gameplay loop marries up with the story's exploration of anxiety, depression and self-doubt. This approach makes Celeste not just one of the year's best indies, but one of 2018's best games, full stop.
Okay, so now the traditional awards have been and gone, it's time for something a little bit more PCGamesN. These are our alternative bonus awards, celebrating the idiosyncrasies of PC gaming, and probably highlighting some of our own. Kicking us off is the Least Half-Life 3 award, inspired by the fact that we are all still waiting for the third installment of this Headcraft Fiesta, and Valve still won't give it to us. Anyway, to take the title, here's a game that is nothing like Half-Life, but everyone thought was going to be Half-Life and has left a Half-Life hole in all of our hearts. It's Valve's Artifact. With its multicolored card decks, spells, heroes, and towers, there's no contesting the fact that Artifact is not a Half-Life game. However, Artifact is the second Dota 2 game, which means if track record's anything to go by, Valve probably won't be making a third game set in this universe.
Now, it wouldn't be fair if we didn't highlight the inescapable dominance of the Battle Royale genre this year. We all know Fortnite is wrecking the charts right now, and understandably, everyone wants a piece of that player-based pie. Delicious player-based pie. So to honour the gold rush that is Battle Royale, we've created the fastest pivot to Fortnite award, in recognition of valiant efforts to bring something new to chicken dinners and victory royales alike. The winner is Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Call of Duty abandoning single player in favour of a Battle Royale mode was this year's least surprising surprise. The fact that it looks more like PUBG than Fortnite may be the most interesting part though. Treyarch have offered a slick, lightning-paced alternative to PUBG's hold on the grittier side of Battle Royale, which is great news for those sick to death of Fortnite's llamas and dance moves.
We come now to our last award of the evening. Voice actors can make or break a script, and if done well, their vocals become synonymous with the character they're playing. If the delivery is a bit off though, well, it can get a little bit awkward. And of course there are times when actors are just replaced. We're looking at you, Kiefer Sutherland. You were great as Snake in Metal Gear Solid 5, but those first few minutes were oh so confusing. With that in mind though, it's time for the Kiefer Sutherland Award for the most jarring voice actor change. There was only one game that could take this award, with our favourite Hunter Vanguard sounding just that little bit different this year. Yeah, we're talking about Destiny 2 Forsaken. Bungie's regular VO contributor Nathan Fillion was unavailable for Forsaken, and so duties on Cade 6 were passed on to Nolan North. It seems like North is making a habit of stealing people's roles on Destiny though, having replaced Peter Dinklage as the voice of Ghost during the first Destiny game. We can only assume Destiny 3 will be solely voiced by North.
So there you go, the Game of the Year Awards 2018 PCGamesN style. I cannot wait for the after party. Caroline, I've printed out an entire tuxedo.
That sounds awful. Anyway, we'd love to hear your thoughts, so let us know if you agree with our winners in the comments below, and also if there's any awards you'd like us to include next year. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I could kindly ask you to ring that bell for more notifications on videos like this.
But that's all for now from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the new year.
Bye bye.
See ya.